Okay. All right, so I'd like to welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to this wonderful event. It's supposed to be our inauguration. It's also going to be our session where we are going to have questions and answers. From all over the country, we have members of Pvts joining us at the Maclean Hotel. I'd like to kindly put your hands together for yourselves and welcome once again to this beautiful event. I'd like to kindly call on my brother Bernard Opong to kindly come over and introduce the chairman for this event. Please put your hands together for Bernard for me.
Thank you very much, MC. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. We are gathered here today on this noble and unique day. For some of us who would remember how this association started, I believe that this year will be our 10th anniversary as to when we registered the association formally. We've come a long way, and we know that there are more greater things to come. And as we've organized ourselves or gathered here this morning, we couldn't have had any more influential, more noble, more humble, a CEO, a father, a visionary who understands the nature of our work. And because of these qualities that he possesses, help me welcome Mr. Robert Adomako as the chairman for the occasion. Oh, keep clapping, even as he takes his seat.
Continue putting your hands together for Mr. Adomako as he takes his seat. Thank you so much. So, as the chairman has taken his seat, ladies and gentlemen, the chairman has to be flanked on both sides by able-bodied colleagues in the industry. I'd like to kindly invite the first to come and sit on his right-hand side. The ex-chairman, the first chairman of this association, in the person of Mr. Bernard Dua. Please put your hands together for him. Continue putting your hands together for Mr. Dua. All the way from the nation's capital, Tema, he's here with us. You have stopped putting your hands together for him. Thank you and welcome once again. The next big father that would like to invite to kindly sit on the left-hand side of the chairman is also in the person of Mr. Yao Kufuor. Please put your hands together for Mr. Yao Kufuor. That way they were that Roma. Omone ka say mimbo udin. Mr. Kufuor for me. Thank you so much. At this juncture, I'd like for us to kindly put our hands together and welcome the chairman as he gives us his remarks. Whether or not he'll be able to steer the affairs of this session, he should be able to tell. Please put your hands together for the chairman.
Thank you, Mr. MC. Thank you, my able secretary. I think more description like that had been had more than 10 years ago. So thank you very much for the description. Thank you. For the sake of our association, I would like to read my speech so that when it gets out there, all Ghanaians would understand. Distinguished guests, colleagues, the DVLA, which is not present, the National Road Safety, which is also not present, our friends of media, ladies and gentlemen, today we are not merely inaugurating an association. Rather, we affirm a national commitment, a commitment to safety, a commitment to accountability, and above all, a commitment to protecting the lives of every Ghanaian who uses our road. It is with deep humility and a strong sense of duty that I stand here before you as chairman at this historic inauguration of the Private Vehicle Testing Pvts Association. Our beloved country, Ghana, stands at a critical juncture, and it is in transport and safety agenda. The rapid growth of vehicle ownership, urbanization, and economic activity has brought both opportunity and challenge. Whilst mobility has improved, the risks on our roads have also increased. This reality calls for decisive leadership, bold policies, and strong institutional collaboration. That is why today's event is not just a ceremonial, but it's strategic. The establishment of the Pvts Association aligns directly with the national vision of strengthening regulatory framework and enhancing public-private partnership. We recognize and commend the pivotal role played by the DVLA and the National Road Safety Authority in setting standards, enforcing compliance, and promoting road safety across the country. As an association, we do not see ourselves as separate from these institutions. No. We see ourselves as partners in the shared national mission. To the DVLA, we say we are ready to complement your mandate, but ensuring that private testing stations operate with the highest level of technical competence and integrity. To the National Road Safety Authority, we say we stand with you in your campaign to reduce road traffic fatalities and injuries. Every vehicle we certify roadworthy is a direct contribution to your life-saving mandate. Ladies and gentlemen, let's speak candidly here. The issue of vehicle roadworthiness in Ghana has at times been undermined by inconsistencies, inefficiencies, and some instances, a deficit of public trust. This is true. These are not challenges we can ignore. They are challenges we must confront head on. This association, Pvts, is our collective response. We are here to restore confidence. We are here to standardize operations. We are here to ensure that the compliance is not optional, but compulsory. And let me emphasize here, this is not just about regulation, it is about leadership. The Pvts Association would champion reforms that promote transparency, eliminate loopholes, and ensure that every operator adheres to clearly defined national standards. We will support policies that empowers regulations while also protecting compliant business from unfair competition. We will also advocate for a full integration of technology in vehicle testing digitalization, data sharing, and real-time monitoring to ensure that our systems are not only effective, but future-ready. However, policies and structures alone will not deliver results. It is discipline that will. It is integrity that will. It is leadership that will. To our members, I say without hesitation, the era of compromising must end. The era of excellence must begin now. We cannot demand recognition from government and the public if we do not first hold ourselves to the highest standards. Every certificate issued must be credible. Every inspection conducted must be thorough. Every operator must be accountable. This is how, ladies and gentlemen, we build legitimacy. This is how we build trust. This is how we can influence policy. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot end my speech without appealing to the government. We respectfully call for continuing collaboration and support from the government. The success of this initiative, the success of Pvts, depends on a strong, coordinated approach, where policies, enforcement, and private sector participation all work in harmony. Therefore, colleagues, businessmen around here, let us move beyond fragmented system and build a unified, strong, efficient, transparent vehicle inspection regime. Thank you, and may our work continue to save human beings, to save properties, to save our roads, and a strong Ghana. God bless you all. God bless the Pvts Association, and God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.
Kindly continue putting your hands together for him. In actual fact, the only thing that the message that was read by the chairman did not say was for us to say, yeah. Because he's spoken, like a Ghanaian, he's spoken like somebody who understands the terrain, and I'm very sure the pressmen who are here are going to take his speech and then accordingly let everyone in Ghana know what the chairman has said today. Thank you. Let's put our hands together for the chairman once again. At this juncture, I'd like to kindly invite the executives, the new executives, to kindly join me here. You're going to come forward, and then we'll give the microphone to the chairman to say a few words, and then we'll do the inauguration. So we're starting off with the ex-officio members, if they are here. Ex-officio 1 is in the person of Mr. Ernest Nunu. If he's here, let's welcome him with a round of applause. Ex-officio 2 is in the person of Mr. Samuel Leo Ando. Kindly put your hands together for him as well. Oh, okay. My Takrade daddy. Welcome. Ashea. Boko, Medasi. All right, so the organizer is in the person of Mr. Nanayao. Is he here? Nanayao is not here. Let's put our hands together for him. He'll join us soon. The treasurer is in the person of Mr. Samuel Kunedu. Samuel Kunedu. Okay. The secretary is in the person of Mr. Bernard Opong. Bernard Opong is here. He'll be writing all the English to you, sending all the text messages and WhatsApp messages as well. The vice chairman is Mrs. Jacqueline Opong. Mrs. Jacqueline Opong. And the chairman is in the person of Mr. Robert Adumakon. Put your hands together for him. Okay, so we are going to do, kindly come forward, gentlemen. Please come in front. Uncle Lee, put your own brain in kakra. So the pressman, you can take all the pictures. We are going to the symbolic. All right, so just for the records, the chairman is in the person of Mr. Robert Adomako. The vice chairman is Mrs. Jacqueline Opong. Secretary is in the person of Mr. Bernard Opong. The treasurer, Mr. Samuel Kunedu. Organizer, Mr. Nanayao. Ex-officio 1 is Mr. Samuel Leo Ando. And then ex-officio 2 is Mr. Ernest Nuno. Kindly put your hands together for the executives.
Let us put our hands again for the strong men behind me. The reason why we are here today and the unveiling works that they've done behind closed doors. We thank you very much. And please help me to acknowledge them with this medal, a medal of remembrance, a medal of strong works, the medal of friendship. Thank you very much. I will start with my able secretary. Then I'll go to my treasurer, Mr. Opong. Mr. Opong. Our ex-official, Sam, Uncle Sam. The vice is not here. Can someone, Kate, please. Please, can you take for Mr. Nuno? And what about myself? I also worked.
Maybe we should have the first chairman, Uncle Tufo. Yes, if you can kindly do the symbolic one for us. Okay, organizer rather. Okay. Thank you so much. I wish I could tell you what he said. All right.
So thank you very much. officers take this as a symbol of strength, symbol of unity, symbol of togetherness. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And our live stream is being done by Perfect Point Media. Perfect Point Media giving us all the visuals and taking us live on social media as well. Thank you so much. The next item on this program that I have is for us to do the presentation of the certificates. So my able secretary will kindly join me with the certificates and then also help me mention the names appropriately. If your name is mentioned, you kindly come up. We'll do the presentation of the certificates. And then when we are done, we'll go into a Q&A session. Questions and answers. Question be our person will be sir. Ube to me ebisa. At the time is here. The executives are here. So we'll ask all the questions and I'm sure we'll get the answers from our able chairman. Martin Commoner Kosoan, but to Minka, MOB auntie. Just so you know, we still have some of the finger foods at the buffet table. So if even you have gone there already and are still feeling hungry, we implore you to go. The association has taken care of all of the charges, and I'm sure we have to do the needful. Still thanking you on behalf of the Association of Private Vehicle Testing Stations. It's a nationwide association. I've actually heard from members from Kaswa, members from Takrade, members from Accra, members from Tema, and OT region. OT region is in the building as well. OT, first, nobody bear 2 days on Sanwó-Duru Kumasi. But I say it's a little better. It's still a very long distance though. But Oti, give it up for yourself. Thanks for coming. Yeah. So Bernard, I'm ready when you are. All right, so we are starting off. And per the list, we are giving a certificate to Joseco Enterprise Limited. Joseco Enterprise Limited is in Accra. Joseco, if you are here, let's put our hands together for Joseco, please. If Joseco is not around, then we'll move on. Okay. Mazvik Techiman. Mazvik Techiman, if you are here, please come over. Let's give you your certificate. Please put your hands together for Mazvik Techiman. Okay, so this is how we are going to do it. It's a certificate plus the constitution of the Association of Ghana Private Vehicle Testing Stations 2026. It reads, Association of Ghana Private Vehicle Testing Stations, Certificate of Membership. This is to certify that Mazvik Techiman is an active member of the association for the year 2026. Mazvik, Ayodia. Pachoyenga presentation is saying, Madarama, Chairman, let's do it properly so that if the cameras capture, it's coming from the chairman and not from Nana Benin. Ojam Auto Test Limited. Ojam Auto Test Limited. Please, it's your turn. Is Ojam in the building? Ojam is not here, so we'll arrange for Ojam to get his at a later time. Next in line is Masvik Swedru. Masvik Swedru. If Masvik Swedru is here, or kind of like, okay, there he comes. Kind of put your hands together for Masvik Swedru. Thank you, Masvik Swedru. Ben Sam Tema, Auto Services Limited. Ben Sam, please get ready. You are next. Ben Sam is here. Oh, okay. I see Ben Sam. A very tall, handsome daddy is joining us. Uncle Tony, thank you. Please put your hands together for them. Put your hands together for them. Ben Sam Oyibi. Ben Sam Oyibi. Ben Sam Oyibi. Put your hands together for Ben Sam Oyibi, please. SPC Engineering and Transport Services. SPC. SPC is joining us. Sadumak Prime. Sadumak Prime, you are next. Okay, there she comes. Thank you so much, Sadumak Prime. Sorry for the left. Eli Company Limited. Eli Company Limited. Is Eli here? Okay, so let's do Hammer Auto Transport Services. Hammer. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry for the left, Daddy. And then my favorite of all names. Please put your hands together for Hammer. My favorite of all names, the Plugs Company Limited. We have TLL and Masvik Vehicle Inspection Center. TLL, please. Sorry. Garden Gate. Garden Gate. Mr. Kufuor's Garden Gate. Prime View, you are next, please. Prime View. S-Class Services Limited, Techiman. S-Class Techiman. Kindly put your hands together for S-Class Techiman. DMVS Inspection Center Limited. DMVX. I'm sure they are not here. Okay, so we'll do OAJ Vehicle Inspection and Diagnostics Limited. Put your hands together for OAJ. They also do diagnostics. Masvik Offenso, please, you are next. Masvik Offenso. And Daddy is joining us all the way from Offenso. Thank you, Daddy. X Factor Limited. X Factor Limited. Oh, there she comes. X Factor Limited. Thank you so much, Mommy. Me and my name, Mommy, please join me. Me and my curiosity with names. I won't let you go until you tell me where you got the X Factor from.
The X, the sport.
Which spot?
Somewhere in the car.
Hey! Oh, we are talking about the spot, the vehicle.
Yes, that spot.
My mind. It went somewhere else. Thank you, X Factor. Sahan Enterprise. Oh, sorry, Sahan Vehicle Limited. Sahan, they are not here. So let's do Saint Achamfor Company Limited. Okay, S-Class Services Limited, are they here? Okay. S-Class Accra. S-Class Accra. I like the way he asks which of them. It's as if you've married and you have plenty wives and... Okay, so X Factor has 3 wives. It's in order. S-Class Services Kumasi. S-Class Kumasi. Now I understand why Daddy was asking which of them. Joseco Enterprise. Joseco Enterprise. Okay, Joseco is not around. Mid-City Auto Services Limited. Mid-City. Yeah, and it's coming from my friend. Sorry for the left. Eja is my friend as well. If Ni is my friend, Eja is my friend. Sahan would kindly like for Mr. Sam Leo Ando to kindly take for Sahan. Yes. My Tadi father will do the needful for us. Thank you so much. Achamfor Company. Saint Achamfor Company. Auto Checks Limited. Auto Checks Limited. Put your hands together for Auto Checks Limited, please. Afrij Company Limited. Afrij Company Limited. Oh, the organizer. Okay. Afrij Company Limited. Efata organizer. Pacho, also your picture into Wadarama. He's taking another picture, so please, yeah. Hey. Our boss, please smile for us. Thank you, our boss. I'm curious. I want to ask you something, but I'll come and see you later. Ojam Auto Test Limited. Ojam. There you go. Please put your hands together for Ojam. And be preparing your questions. After this, we are going into the questions and answers time. Awumpi Group Limited. Awumpi. Is Awumpi here? I'm very sure Awumpi should be coming from somewhere up north. Did I get right? Awumpi. Tema. Okay. All right. Spintex. That's fine. Pardon me. Are we done with all of them? Okay. Kindly put your hands together for the chairman. You can take a rest and get ready for the questions that are coming. Just so you know, we have lunch after the session. And so if you are thinking of rushing out quickly to go and eat, lunch will be served. So rest assured. We are going to go into our questions and answers part, where I'll give the microphone to as many of you as possible who would like to ask the executives and ourselves questions. It's like a peer review thing. Let's ask the questions so it helps the executives to do the right things for the association to grow from strength to strength. If a hand is up, I'll kindly walk up to you and give you the microphone to ask your question, please. To say, yebisa questions. The actually why you need be a media kasamoni brewa na webisa.
My name is Koju Enji from Kemcat. My question is that when you go to Accra, most of the DVLA offices does not do vehicle inspection, or they don't issue roadworthy. But when you come to Kumasi here, most of the DVLA offices compete with Pvts. That's my question. Thank you.
All right, so the chairman has written that down. If there's a hand up again, we can take the next question so that when we are done, it will be like answering all the questions. Any other question, please? It's very important for the executives. Executives, you see, and the Yembisa questions, the Yembisa first one, we are going to the next person if you have any question or anything you want to tell the executives. I think it's in order. Any other question? Okay, there's another hand there.
My name is Kwame Esiedo, Chemcat. Together with my boss, we have been advocating for uniform rate. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I went to Accra for a meeting about 5 years ago. We met some of the previous executives. That was the first time I saw Mr. Dia. And personally, I fall in love with Mr. Dia. I've been reading a lot of his posting on Pvts Association. Now, my worry is, when it comes to Ashanti region, like as my colleague said, most of the DVLA are issuing roadworthy certificates, and their rate is relatively lower. Pvts rate is so high. Currently, we are charging vehicle above 2,207 Ghana cedis. And if you take DVLA, they are charging less than 150 Ghana cedis. So how do we be in business? And I expect our leaders to take absolutely control of this particular issue. Personally, I had an issue with former DVLA boss in the person of Mr. Buzia. In fact, what he said to me, I cannot mention it here. And it's very pathetic in the sense that the previous government believed in private public participation in business. And here's the case that they have given room to the private organizations, and they at the same time computing or taking the business over from the the private entities. So how do we run an economy together with an association of this nature? So my question is, our current leaders, we expect our association to be bold and engage the stakeholders about this uniform rate. If we have a uniform rate, I think we can be in good business. It's like us, the chairperson said, with discipline and integrity in our business, we'll be able to do well in every endeavors of our activities. Thank you.
Next question. We are taking 5, and then we'll take the answers from the chairman.
My name is Elvis Yaboa Abraham, Mansvik Techimai. My question is, there has been a recent increment of delinquencies by DVLA. So my question is, are our chairman aware of that? Because the delinquency is even more than the actual price we take. So currently, when the customers come, they complain about it. And as my senior brother said, DVLA are issuing it at a lower price, while we are issuing it at a higher price. So are the chairman aware of this? And those things, they have no education about it. They did not educate us how to even go about the delinquencies. So when they come, they query us. Thank you.
Thank you. The question on delinquency. Okay, there's a hand up. Delinquency. Now make us say you'll be on school.
Thank you, Mr. MC. My name is Mr. Dia. My concern is about proximity from one station to the incoming station. Some of us, when we were setting up, DVLA told us it shouldn't be within, Mr. Kunedu, how many miles? 15 miles. If there's one station here, there shouldn't be another station 15 miles to where I am sited. But it looks like they are setting it up all over the place, and these new ones are being set up by former politicians. They have a bit of contact, they have a bit of connection. What should we do as an association if you know there's a center coming within maybe 2 miles to where you are set up, what should we do? These are the things that we should be asking ourselves. What should we do? Is there anything we can fall back on, legislation, law, which has been written somewhere? I don't know. What should we do as an association if there is a center coming next to where I am?
I'm interested in this question. I will wait patiently for the answer. The last one, and then we can take any other one. If there's no, okay, there's one there. What should we do if we realize that one is springing up within?
Please, I want to ask what the association is doing about the 24-hour economy program. Because currently, DVLA, the one I wager, they've started the 24-hour thing. I want to know if they will get on board or what is there.
All right, so the first 5 questions, Bernard, did you put them down? Just so we hold ourselves in check. The last 3. Okay, so who's addressing them? The chairman or anybody? Uncle, what's Boahen? Enyizima.
Please, doesn't matter which order I answer these questions or some of these questions. Let me take from the bottom up, rather. I think somebody did ask a question about the 24-hour. It's very important we all understand that it's so cumbersome in our industry to run a 24-hour services. I think the lady said wager has started. I believe wager has not been doing a 24-hour services. Rather, I think what I believe they are doing is they have probably a cutoff point, which is about 10 o'clock. Is that correct? Right. So in effect, they are not asking us to do 24-hour service, but it will turn up that we'll be able to start at 8 and finish at 10. The issue there is about logistics. How do you get your staff to work past the usual 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock? Which also indicates that we might have to get more staff in. Currently, we're not making much money because of all these GORA activities going on. So if you are asking us to work till 10 o'clock in the evening, then it's important we know that we have work to do, because you can't just go and sit there and then hope that the fact that you're working to 10, nobody turns up and you don't make much money, but yet you still need to pay staff for it. So it's very important we fight with a view that we can get more work to do, because the 10 o'clock is come to stay, but we need to also fight to get more work to do, and get more work to do, possibly advertising by DVLA, because they are actually advocating for that. So we might have to get DVLA to actually advertise across board so that we all benefit. I hope that answers your question. It's not going to be a 24-hour. It's going to be up to 10 o'clock in the evening.
Imagine DVLA will come to you and say, okay, we want you to start working from 8 to 10, but I'm very happy to what I'm doing 8 to 4. What is my right?
To be quite honest with you, I don't know what our rights are. That's the simplest question. But I think if you have the capacity to do the work which might bring income, then you must as well do it. But where we stand now is very, very difficult to actually take that on board, because we don't have the works to do. The Goro guys are doing barely about 60% of the work in Ghana. Now, depending on where you are. Right. So I'm generalizing it. We are only 40% in trying to get our income. If the income doesn't come and you have to pay staff, then that's where the problem is. But to talk about what our rights are, we don't know yet. In fact, I think DVLA hasn't come out to say to many people, but they have actually penned down some of the institutions to do that. The second question, Ben. Yeah, I think Mr. Dia did mention 15, I think he confirmed Mr. Kunedu about the 15 kilometers apart. I think bearing in mind that we were all that pioneers, we thought the 15 kilometers was going to be a very good thing. Unfortunately, just as he rightfully said, the implementation of the 15 kilometers is thrown out the window purely because there is some politician who has money who wants to actually set up close to you. I think this organization should probably insist on the limitations of it. We should have a say in where people actually pitch up. Because if we don't, then year in and year out, there will be people who have the capacity, the money, and the resources to set up close to us, one way or the other, collapsing your business. So I think we need to be strong enough to say to DVLA, we don't want A, B, and C. To cap on the, I think someone did mention about setting up the ultra services. The ultra services are good. However, my personal opinion is that they should have contacted all of us to set up ultra services instead of actually encouraging people outside the industry to set up close by, because that's what's happening. I don't know if people have seen it. They're setting up really close to you, and we all know with this GORA activities going on, someone might perpetrate that he's coming to do his roadworthy. He gets to the Ultra Services Center. They take his forms, and they do the roadworthy on the blind side for the person. And then you, the industry that has the machines to do the job, is left out. This will continue if we don't actually, right. So we need to probably be strong on that and go to DVLA strongly and say, we don't want it. If we want to really do it, then they need to offer all of us opportunity to set up so that it cuts off all the unnecessary brouhaha about it. The next one was about delinquency or price differential. I think we are literally fighting on the price differential at the moment. And I personally believe we will win it in the sense that there is an integration coming. When the integration actually does arrive, which is probably end of June, DVLA centers around all the Pvts will have to cease because the system will make it you unable to actually print out what you need to print out. Because it will go through the system whereby if there is somebody next door who hasn't got the requirement to be able to finish the work, then it's plugged in, you can't issue the roadworthiness. If that is done, then we can all have similar prices. The places that DVLA find it difficult to apply these things are possibly the north, where there are no PVTSs. And as a result of that, what DVLA is hoping to do, there are two themes that DVLA is hoping to do, that somebody actually takes charge of the north, which is, when I say someone, some investor takes charge of that. And I know that is in the pipeline somewhere. An investor should set up so that it cuts off all that. But in all this, if this doesn't get done, then it means that we need to find a better place, if possible, set up a mobile service centers. And I think as an association, we've talked about this many times. We need to do whatever we can do to stop them issuing. DVLA also advocates that they're going to buy handheld equipment where they will actually give it to areas where they don't have the PVTSs. Our question is, and I think personally, I did ask the CEO in one of the meetings that, does it mean that we can also acquire handheld equipment? Because if DVLA is using handheld equipment, then we also have the obligation to use handheld equipment to work. But in withstanding all that, I think if there is a handheld equipment in other places, then the prices are all going to be the same across the country. So I hope this answers your questions. No, unless there's some left out or anyone has any other. Right. Okay.
Thank you, Chairman. I was hoping to see a DVLA official in our midst, because most of the questions that came, when the MC mentioned that there's going to be question and answer, I was like, who is going to ask what and who is going to answer? All the answers we may give are going to be speculative. So if the organizers had invited a DVLA official, I think most of these questions will be answered. That's my first observation. The second one is, you see, I believe that we have a lot of challenges. So the association has to bite and sometimes try the law. Somebody asked, our first chairman asked the question about the 15-kilometer distances and all that. Have we, as an association, tried it? Because we can go to court. We have the LI. The LI is there. We can go to court to put an end to some of these things. And when that is done, whoever has the mindset or the mind or to open a Pvts will think twice, because he will say that, these guys, if I don't do it within the framework of the law, they'll take me to court. So that is what I think we need to do. We need to bite and sometimes test the law. Thank you.
So it's the Q&A section, and we are having more answers.
I didn't raise my hand. Don't worry, but all the same, what you said makes a lot of sense. We should try this in court. We should take them on. We have given them too long a rope. I don't think we even know which end we're holding any longer. We should take them to court. But the thing is, or the issue is, the cart, we're putting the cart just before the horse, because they've already started it. And so many areas have other new stations setting up very close to us. So I think we are a bit late in going to court, because they will say it's already happening. So if K has one by C, why can't B have one by K? So.
Thank you so much. But you see, there's a saying that it's always better late than none. And then also, we need to start at some point. And I think the time is now.
All right, to add on to all that has been said, I think it also boils down to the fact that it's money, isn't it? If you have to go to court, then you need to have money to fight. So as an association, sometimes it's difficult for people to even contribute when there is the need. So we will beg your indulgence to contribute as and when we ask, so that we can use that facility in fighting on. Because sometimes halfway down the line, you realize you haven't got funds to fight anybody. It's very disheartening, so you end up by giving up. So with all due respect, I think if we were going to fight, then we need to fight. If you put out this as an example, if you look at the unions, as in transport unions, the way they do their things, I think they are very strong union there. I pray that we can also be like that, so that if it comes to a point whereby we are saying we need the roadworthy inspection ceased in 1 day or 2, then we should have the capacity to do that, so that they can actually acknowledge us. Because it almost seems as if we don't have respect, or they don't have respect for us. They tell us what to do. Nana Poku, you did ask why wasn't a DVLA personnel or DVLA staff here. And I can bet my last coin that the association wrote to DVLA for DVLA personnel to be here. Am I not right? They did. They wrote to them. Even to yesterday, I had one of my colleagues trying to get DVLA personnel here, and they never turned up, which also indicates that they don't take it serious. Please, with all due respect, let's be united and fight a good cause so that we can achieve whatever we want then.
Thank you. I think we are gradually getting somewhere with this Q&A thing. We all have a common agenda. The agenda is we shouldn't collapse as businesses. Just about 4 months ago, it was posted on the Pvts platform that a company is closing down because they are not having businesses. That somewhere in Accra, an Accra company closed down because the businesses that they were getting, it wasn't worth opening. And this thing can happen to all of us. So now we have two issues that we can zoom in on. Our brother has suggested that let's test the law and see on proximity. We can test the law and see. Another area is VAT. We are paying VAT on behalf of our customers. It shouldn't be the case. We try to engage a tax expert to go to court and stop DVLA taking VAT from the money that we are getting. Imagine that if all the money that we are getting now, if you are getting 100,000 a month, VAT is about 25,000. If all we can get in a year is stop paying VAT and keep the money, and as a matter of fact, we shouldn't be paying VAT on behalf of those that are coming to our centers. Is that not the case? If I go to ShopRite and buy food, they will charge me VAT. ShopRite will not pay VAT on my behalf. But if you go to Pvts to do your roadworthy, Pvts is paying the VAT on behalf of the customers, which is not right. We try to engage a lawyer, and some said it's all about money. Why don't we zoom it on two issues, proximity and VAT, engage experts in this area? When we were trying to do collection to pay for the services, sorry, you said three. What's the third one? The parity in prices. So we have proximity. If one station is here, the next one should be about 10 miles away. That's one. Two, we should all be charging the same. If you say there's no center at the north, and so the north can charge lower, I can still send my VRC by OA to Bolga. So my agent is there, he will do it and bring, so it will not solve the problem. So we test the law on proximity, parity, and then the VAT. We tried the VAT, the lawyer gave up because some of the companies were not paying. So if we want to go somewhere with our issues, please let's agree that it takes money to achieve certain things in life. Isn't it? So Bernard, the executives, let's find out, get a lawyer who will deal with these three areas that we're talking about. How much money is involved? And let's share the money among ourselves. And then try the law and see. Otherwise, if a company comes directly opposite in front of your company, there's no law to say you can't operate because you haven't done anything in the past. So what we are doing now will determine whether we will stay in business tomorrow. So please, when the executives come up with a plan, let every center pay 10,000. If even you have to borrow the money to do it, we can win on the VAT side. That alone will save each company about 300,000 a year. It's like having price increment of 25%. So executives, let's think about this. Anybody?
About it not contacting the hello, it's coming here. It's about my first thing is not contacting the DVLA officials to be here. I think there has been some misunderstanding. Even when I was going out up and down, it was the main director. He was just outside there. It's just now that when we were here, that Mr. Kufo called him and asked him, why, brother? And he said he hasn't had anything. From even the office, he was saying, he was mentioning, he asked Bona, he asked everything. So he was ready to come and represent. But when he came, you can see he was going around somewhere, and Mr. Kufo called him. And with respect, he was just here. So the chairman has to speak to him
a little bit, and and everything. So I think the way we connect also is a problem. It's an issue. The way we connect to them is an issue. We have to solve that problem, how we get our information to them. Because the information wasn't in at all. Because, yeah, with the last time, as we know, when we went to the DVL for the same time, we had our presentation there for a long time. The CA said, he hasn't seen anything. So, yes, something like that. But if you know, we have to find a way. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we have to find a way. Try to get an appointment was even a difficult. But when Jacqueline was able to connect us straight away. We have to find a way around. But if you go to the DVL and go to the secretary and give a thing to the secretary, it's never going to go there. We all should know that. You give a letter to the secretary to present to the. It's never. But that's the right way. That should be the right way. But it's never. So we should find a way to connect them all the time. And also about the VAT. That's my fight. The VAT adopt businessmen like us. We shouldn't be. It shouldn't be because it's off. They shouldn't be taking money from us to pay VAT for someone. My another point is the lawyer. We used to have a lawyer. I don't know if everything has been abrogated or whatever. I don't know what has happened. But in this meeting, we should have a lawyer here we should have appointed someone else. If he is not good enough, there should have been somebody, right? There should have been somebody right here, right now dealing with our cases. So I think that's another point I want to make. Thank you.
I'll give you the opportunity. I think that Bernard wants to quickly respond to the communication thing, yeah.
Okay, so we did invite the DVLA, but for some reason, we spoke to their head and he sincerely apologized because he had a similar sort of urgent meeting that he wanted to attend, which was an emergency. So he actually excused himself. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional. He would have been here, but for an emergency that popped up. So they are taking notes of all that we are saying here, and they would respond appropriately. All right.
Please, I want to say this off air, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Honestly, I still want to quote Mr. Chairman's one of two words that you used, with discipline and integrity. I remember in 2017, but then we have started KimCat at Nkranza, and realized that DVLA in Kumasi were doing between 400 and 500 DVLA daily. This is an inside information from a very close friend. And then my boss and other people took a fight that we want to stop DVLA from Ishun Road Weti. And within that period of 3 months, they were able to do it. At that time, we had Victor at Buokrom and then KimCat at Nkranza. We set the place between Kumasi and that of Bekwai. So we will be able to serve all the catchment areas around Bantima, Atonsu, and the rest. And we thought we were able to do, we can do a lot of business. But unfortunately, like as Mr. Dia said, some of the businesses were taken from Tema to Techimai and then other places through VIP and other things. Some were taken to, Goso, and then other places. So like as I said, with discipline from the leadership and with unity, but one thing that I have said, that when we gather here, we are united. But when we are in our various offices, one is for himself, God is for us all. But if we can unite right from here, and then all the necessary dues or payment that is required to be given to the association, we'll be able to fight a good fight. Look, as Uncle said, DVLA doesn't want the fight from us. And if you are fighting with somebody and the person said, I'm not interested in your fight, how can you fight? You can't fight. But if we are united, we'll be able to fight the good fight and get the needed business that we want. So all that I'm urging the new leadership or the leadership is that we must fight as a united body. And if you do that, we'll be able to get the needed business. Thank you.
This one deserves a louder applause. It deserves a louder applause.
Okay, I would like to add a little to my boss, Kwame Asedu. Some time ago, I heard it on the Hello FM that Pvts are fighting for equal price, and Pvts took the DVLA to court. But up to date, we didn't hear any good news about it. So now I'm asking that the court that we decided to, sorry. So, okay.
Just before Chairman comes in, I want to address a few things. Specifically, in relation to the prizes. The prize itself, in regards to the PVTS, can be broken down in various segments. One being our tariff increment, okay, being the PVTS. And if you look just behind me, you will see our fees that we are supposed to get as a PVTS and what goes to the government. So I think one of us asked a question that anytime it goes into the public, all right, so it's on a platform. So I think one of the questions was that anytime the customers or clients come to your places, they're always trying to quarrel with us. I know that the media is here, so we'll be able to capture some of these things. Please, our cherished clients of Ghana, the fees that has been set was not set by the PVTS. It was set by Parliament, approved by Parliament. So whatever work that we do it in connection to the guidelines that we've been given. So in regards to that, we as an association, especially with executives, we are doing as much as possible to carry out the information out there to the top so that they will be able to help us in terms of our price increment. When we started the PVTS, which was back in 2011, by then we were just about 4 companies. Bensam, SPC, Vito, and then Bivac, which has now collapsed. or folded up, all because of the pricing issue. So it's a major challenge for we, the Pvts. It's something that the government does not realize, but this aspect, if we are, for instance, if the Pvts is taking 36 cities, okay, so if I can just break it down, the popular ones that normally visit our test stations will be the motor vehicle. And currently, what is the dollar to the city? If we are charging 11 Ghana cedis in Ghana for testing fee for a motor vehicle, abba. It doesn't work. It doesn't help us. Now, when you cut across the world, Ghana is one of the most cheapest in terms of roadworthy. If you go to the UK, it's higher than 11 cedi. If you go to the States, it's higher than 11 cedi. If you go to Germany, it is higher. But for Ghana, for some reason, the PVTS is getting 11 cedi. So we will certainly appeal to the government to help us on that. And the government's fee or charge is 93 cedis. 93 cedis, 25 pesos. And you can tell the difference. Now, what we are typically facing is that if an agent who knows that if I go to the DVLA, I'll be able to get it for a much reduced amount of 93 cedis. But then when I go to the PVTS is going to charge me 104 cedis. They won't come to us. They will certainly go to the government. So in terms of price, this is our major number one challenge. And we've been doing our best to challenge the government or present our petition to them. We've sent various petitions to the Ministry of Finance. We've sent various petitions to the DVLA. We had our first increments from 2011. The first one came in at 31st December 2025 to take effect 1st January 2026. 7 years difference. And the next one that came was in 22 October. As we speak, we've not had any increment, but the government has more or less quadrupled on their own. So it's a challenge that we have that we are trying to speak to them for them to understand and know our plight. The PVTS is really suffering. Since we started, 3 companies have folded up. 3 companies. One in Techiman, one in Nkoko, and then the recent one in Kuntunsi, that is Bivac or Medtech. Now, if we continue going on this tangent, charging 11 cedi, and the funny thing is, this 11 cedi, it includes our VAT. I'm appealing to the government. This fees and charges that is being approved by Parliament. I think I went together with some of the executives to GRA, and we went to see one of the top officials. And they clearly told us that with them, they can't really do anything about it. They can't do much. What they can only advise us to do is to try and petition Parliament. So the Parliament will be able to clearly state that this fees is VAT exclusive. Now imagine that we, the PVTs, are taking 11 cedi. Right before we even get our money, 10% of this amount goes straight to DVLA. Then the VAT is being slapped on top because DVLA assumes it is VAT inclusive, which is not true. We are appealing to Parliament, and I believe that this appeal will get to the Minister of Finance so that they can review it. We've sent multiple petitions, and I will keep on sending it on behalf of the association. Because in as much as we want to work to help the government raise revenue, we don't also want to be shortchanged. The price of spare parts is ridiculous. When a portion of your machine, just the part spoils, we don't manufacture it here in Ghana. Everything is in foreign currency. and it costs a lot. So that is the first challenge in terms of the pricing. So we are doing as much as we can as executives to be able to petition Parliament. And I appeal to each and every member, each and every CEO here, that when we gather ourselves together in unity, just as my abled seniors have already said, when we call on you to assist, please let us work together. Let us work together. The fight is not got to do with DVLA, even though they are also part of the problem. But then we are partners, so we are intertwined. We listen to them, and then they also listen to us. We also need to go to Parliament to also go and voice out our concerns so that they will also be able to pick it up and help us to be able to solve this problem. We can't continue going like this. 11 cities in 2026. I mean, how much is pure water? Even pure water has value now, 5 cities per bottle. And we are we've imported machines, and we are charging testing fee of 11 cedi. We hope that the government is listening and they will be able to understand our plight that we are going through, because the higher tariffs, the exchange rate is not helping, and we have salaries and workers to pay. And unfortunately, because of these prices, some of our stations have folded up, partly also because of competition from where DVLA is in terms of proximity to the Pvts. So our pricing aspect is really key and dear to us. We hope that the government will be able to charge VAT to the final consumer. The Pvts is only an agent to collect revenue for the government. We are not the final consumer. We are only an agent. If the government is able to charge the VAT to the final consumer, I believe that is going to cushion our burden. I hope we all agree. I think your silence says it all. And as a Pvts, I think one other thing that I want to touch on will be our dues. I realize that majority of us, of the companies, we don't pay our dues. And some of us, as far back as 2020, I can mention names. I think I've served on every executive, that's since incorporation over the last 10 years. I've been with executives, and I know the companies that do pay and those who don't pay. Some are from Kumasi. Some are from Kumasi. We'll put it on a platform so that you see those who are the corporates. Some are from Kumasi, some are from Accra. Please, when it comes to legal fees, let us pay. When it comes to the dues, let us pay. You'll be shocked. You see, moving from one place to the other, to deliver letters, to speak to an official, to sit down hours to wait for you to see somebody at the top so that we present our petitions to. You have no idea. And all of us here, we are busy. But the executives, we've taken it upon ourselves to find or squeeze time out of our busy schedules to be able to do this on behalf of the association. I want to plead with all of us. Let us not make the work hard for the executives. When it comes to some of these little fees that we are charging, and I think the fee is just 100 cedis a month. 100 cedis a month. Though it is higher than the 11 cedi. But I believe that we will be able to work together and bond together as we are here. Let us come together as a united force. And I believe that we can override some of these barriers that we currently have. So please, for now, that is where I will end.
Let me add to what you said. Bernard said that we're paying dues of 100 cedis. Please bear this in mind. This is just dues of 100 cedis that we are paying. When we come your way and tell you that we have found a tax expert and we are going to court, and therefore the fee is X amount of money, that will not be paid from the 100 cedis. So, do you get my point? The 100 cedis is just the running, just to keep the association going, writing letters, transport here and there. It's just the dues. It is not the dues that will pay for legal services if we decide to engage a lawyer or a tax expert. That fees will be shared per company. So please don't put it at the back of your mind, oh, I'm paying 100 cedis. Why are you coming to tell me to pay for legal services? It's not inclusive. So bear this in mind. We've done it in the past, and we continue to do it that way. The dues is just the running of the association. Any other extra cost that will come in future, we'll have to share it per company. You want to say something?
Thank you. My point is actually for the media's sake. Mipamacho media moha excellent. Inti yabekan bi nunam na me person we should understand what a Pvts. Yeah, you suit some terminologies, you will not know what the hell we are talking about. Inti no, first of all, Pvts no means a private garage. DVLA, a licensing and see it me tested cars. To every vehicle from trotro taxi, VIP bus, every vehicle on the land of Ghana that travels our road is supposed to be tested by one of these private stations. So the question really is, more report to vehicle no nam hono and the brake. Ushapa ultimately break yenye juma and na say smoke free need and na say ne reflector eniho and na say eye wa usakai enkoye yet our valid roadworthy sticker brofono emodu roadworthy. Is it really roadworthy? Now when a man no sa authority ni so to me drive or so me person mumbusa questions in order to get answers. Roadworthy casualties, accidents, why they cause? Now who cause them? Is it private garages do not testing or ma testing the qua? And that's when you stick a no baby. So when you stick a no baby, why the man no? So private garage no the man na private garage no test ben amoye. That is what we stand for. At the end of the day, that is what we want you guys to go out there and let the whole of Ghana know, say, Pvts no, or Bejuma no, or mandate no, or testing cars, and yet testing Suswampa. It is some of our challenges is because the papa, but we are not getting the support because Ghanaians are not appreciating the no. Inti mi pamacho that munya clear. If you know who garage BISA Pvts are. Yejuma no, and yes, some private, no, we are mandated, we are backed by law, and we are doing a good job. So when you report it, please report it accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Kakra, but kakra me beka dear your sister and this especially or specifically goes to the GPRTU. I think say all vehicles do one in terms of commercial vehicles no eshe GPRTU ase. Na mpempi no yemu bebre wa ha ya shada akobode ru awo omo car parks omo lorry stations atre adwuma Pvts yeah. Nanso mpempi unya de do opa menim sede omo ate asiafa na sede obi achechi mu ediafa nti unya de kodu on ma ombeka je say oh ahai de medeko a omko si machine no so a bibia nko ye nti memfa nko ye besremo munti na ewo ho. We are there for your safety. So nti no impempe no de be kwakoye ne say drivers no mu bi be pese o enye me de be ko be bia ombe ya mame a ese menya nti asembia na makontem ebesremo GPRT for mo drivers no into anamon embra omo ba eye ne yemu na ye nyina ye hwehwe Into the Empacho, it's just a message to the DPRTU. We are appealing to you guys that we are appealing to all the PVT, to all the GPRTU that they should be able to, and then the transport unions, and to the MTTDs, and all the unions involved, that they should help us to do our work. If they don't come, we are stationed at one place. We can't go or carry our equipment to their various lorry stations. The GPRTU should be able to educate their members, communicate to them that the reason why the private vehicle testing station is there is to help to test the roadworthiness of their vehicle and to bring public safety. If they are able to communicate to their members and their members take it in good faith, they will not be scared, but rather they will come openly and get their vehicles tested. And in the end, we will all enjoy the peace and the safety that we all desire. Thank you very much.
All right, so we are still continuing. This hand was up first, so I'll come to you, and then you. Just so you know, if your vehicle is a Prado and the registration number is GE1310-26, I'm told that your lights are on. So if you don't go and put them off, by which time we are done with this meeting, perhaps you won't be able to start your vehicle.
I've said me by late kakra. It's me introduce me. We are one of the PVT members at St. Achamfo. Okay. Yeah, executives need be about say most of the times the drivers, this goes to the Pro Tour. I think you are here, and GPRTU executives are here. Your machines now you and your machines are SA cars. Because is just a simulation of what happens on the road. Say, when I'm quite swa, say the our car no, if I quite so far near the training by you, but say, our fat lorry quite so. O shocks here, o tie sparkle that so near dead near. Sa pepe na your machines here the test the cars no, yeah. And it's even better than the roads we have in Ghana now. Potholes in new machines no so it's my country drivers no say go for no back round number because machines no say cars near the end. It's never true. It's just a simulation of what happens on a normal road, which most of the times we don't have in our country here. Thank you.
Secretary, I think I liked Secretary's presentation, but there's one thing I wanted him to do. We are speaking to the media. So on that chart over there, we have a certain amount, and out of that, a chunk, if not more, or all, goes to DVLA. And that little thing that comes to us also comes with a certain deduction. So, as if Secretary is here, look onto the chart and look into the camera. Tell them, we are charging this. This goes to DVLA, and this comes to us. Let them know the difference, because you see, the assumption over there is that when you come to us, we charge more. People think all the money comes to us. Like the motto. If I'm to stand here, I'm on for motto. Obe test motto for roadworthy here. 104. 104 no. 93 cities, 0.25. Echo DVLA ho. Yang Pvts why you treasure high. 11 cities spend a buy ho. 11 is a certain VAT. DVL is to be free. Sana a buy ho. If there are challenges, if you want anything to say about this, then we should rather go to DVLA and not to us, the Pvts. Because what we are doing is we are even losing. So that is it. This is what I wanted the Secretary to do. So for the public to know that what we are charging out there doesn't come to us. It rather goes to the DVLA. Yeah, paint here black, you know.
say, yama a mandate say and test the cars. No, all the car no by now you test it. That something is wrong with it. Now I say, oh, maybe brake lights and yet into koye. I'm sorry, you have 2 weeks to come back now for a retest. Who catch now? Or no, or other sources way to get it without even coming on your machine in the first place. Or like taxis and things no more main baby when there's no way. Stations. On your question how you becan or harm or qua munyama or no ma feel you. Into a basana once a can crowd station can no catch more. They talk a lot. This one will go to this one. So all the stations all of a sudden. Who pay nipa back? No. Now all of a sudden casting now because some money say how do you acquire the testing officer no fail. Obega say for you we brand sound. It's very problem. Very problem. Yes, test na said they refer me say munko we mbra na yemfa mamo munko break leak you said there's a leakage koye never bra yemfa ma no it's not here on there almost so then they will go and tell the other driver say how do you no more to call other places like as we all know that the DVL stations there's no even machine there's no even machine anyway so and also it's cheaper. First there's no machine and the second place is cheaper so they have the more advantage than us. It's very our work is like sometimes it's like they have tied our hands behind our back. They have given us the mandate though, but we don't have any power. We're failing ourselves. We all know it's very difficult.
Thank you so much. Her hand has been up for a while, so let me attend to her. Okay, so Uncle.
Okay, thank you. Me pacho ye frame Kate, me wo Kumase Vito. Me pacho kakra maybe sa ye mpenifo ne say about the delinquencies no. Me pacho how na mo handle no amai because those of us in Ashanti region there we are not having it at all when it comes to delinquencies no. Enti ye pamocho station mpenifo then na mo ye afa ho amai. I don't know say Ashanti region for no ha. We are really not having it cry. Even 1 day, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2026. So uncle chia delinquency answer. Epamucho monye hu bibi my Madam Master.
Anna, me pacho. I did about when I see a fight for so me say 10 beyond the new price be bar like delinquencies near the day. I don't know more educated the public like media insurance commission 10 BR increment bebiano they announce it by the bar no more PMI no more sheho into koya said the yen edges are charges my friend.
Ebushafo Misremo mo bi amrefo me enne eye enije da kese mami be bi ameti a bi hwese enne da 1st May nipa over 50 every oti crying ni Kumasi takura dia behia na kire se afedie ye ni ebi afedie ye tu anamopa mfie beye eduni no problems aye famu no ye kase obi e candidate ebe wi akire ne the same problem ni ye dey ba ene Yina Yatina send there be and let dear. Ye can't boom. And ra, me a letter from DVLA for say. Oh, my dear. Oh, my contract will be a back. The association, dear. Whom with me? Me can we be who say, aha, time not so. And ne, Obeba me, office no, na me certificate, then. A boho. One year, ebe faso, Ebus Association was a constitution, and also Edaho. Matthias says a yekofa lawyer, Mitriabi. Matthias says a yeko meeting, Mebabeka, meeting. Nyaka chileno, Ebenyani na. Protwa, Oman funny easy. GPRTU, Oman funny easy cry. Other associations, no, Oman funny easy. But and the first May, Oman ko pack as well. Asemaba. Intermediate, Mr. Muse, Ubienya Abute. And now idea inside shake crat as he said. He said, dear, ye co and crow. Yenina, ye casa ye bacum. Ye we executive 2 and a mombia no one who say, we need more than 50 at a mechi. Delinquency, ye become one sem. Unified prices, ye become one of them. Prosperity, ye become one of them. Near Yaka, one tear saying, ye become one of them. The Messeremo, and nay and Nijeda, show me any no can say, a be we are almost close there. A be the Messeremo, more behind yet tempered because. Nimo hasi na mo de mu yenyi yeninde se enne nde nyamedi amaya yetimi abehia se enne de association beba enintina enne ye inaugurate no se wo hwe se ne na sister Edith kiremu a kire press for no a se bi ekuro bi enyine no na ne cars ne vehicle population so and also enyin inti aban ni constitution no o twire mu say Minister of Road and Transport or Ministry of Road and Transport yesre mo Ghana benyin car no ba be doso akwanhia bebre beba inti monhwe se be ya cars ai nam kwanso no ebe ye papa. Minister of Transport Road and Transport say adwuma no edin inti yenkwa yentimi nye inti sanete dia yebete DVLA ene National Road Safety amomahwe National Road Safety ni dia ne se kwan no ebeye kama DVLA dia ne se obi obeka driver no ene car no onhwe se car no be car papa onhwe se nipa obekwa akotra driver car na enimu no obeye nipa kan DVLA for eye adwuma kakra na omuhu se adwuma no bro omo so eninti ebeye dia yenhwehwe businessmen and women a ombetimi aboa wo mo ewo vehicle inspection mu eno ho eno omo te Pvts inti every Ministry of Road and Transport and about DVLA and a DVLA and so a diaba Pvts. Unfortunately for us, ye ko sign your contract no. Ye nkwa and ye koye. Ye pe juma abua Ghana say accident NC ha bebre nunti. Ye niema ye sign no kra ya nhwemu yi ene ye sensan ye. And no na de awie ye 11 cedis. Senka ye hwemu yi a enka ene enye 11 cedis. Na nka besi sen so obi a wo de dollars ni euros akoto machine na obaba be ye adwuma 104 na wode ananti akwa ne se me ye adwuma 104 ginanti say 8 93 free na ma me 11 so kura sante VAT free na sante 10% free mu bo so me no so amantu ameka next month 2 months time na me odi me 8 cedis amame but wa ko sign enu nti na ne eye inauguration nti ofru o chene ko no o suma me se me nko na me ni DVL boss nko kasa minim se nipa 50 etamaji first no ne ntesa nti mesere se nyakuma inauguration we ebeboa DVL fo krampo ebeboa aban nankasa ebeboa timamfo bo mo a omo ka ehyen fa kwan so delinquency e ba ye mo amoya mane eno mo de ba ye adintia unkwa na okoko sign certificate into unkwa na okoko sign contract into bra na bebisa but say association wo ho dia untimi sisime me pe lawyer na me lawyer ene mo abeka ne brofu mesre se ifiri wo chine ko anase free Monday ko uni adwuma mu form nkasa obi oba be ye ne ka bia no mon kan kire no se TVL for say aban say wo ka no e pa on one day kura obeji wo sei nti fa on number 2 ha e ya makayo whilst we are fighting for the delinquency no ni ebetimi aye no first ni Messiah say sa price list dia ye enye illegal ya dia omo ade bre yes minue sorry no ka say Pvts ye charge ye charge enye ye charge enti ni nipa no ba ho a ma testing officer no or na verification officer ene ni nkomo nkire ne se motorbike no de ba ye no ye de ewom ene 11 cedis no ni aka no eya aban dia so ti asesa okọ taxi station okọ protocol station na so obi ka obetimi aka ebi e de aboayen whilst we are also fighting for the unification eye proximity o contract na oni DVL ko sign no proximity bia ni nti se wo de no kokko to cross aden wo ye proximity a obeka se for contract ebra nti gise se ya ye association a ye mu aye duru no ye ko pe lawyer na legal instrument 2080 and as 20 you know be 2002 o mun sesa no yakopom mu che say yesremo mun san hwe mu bio ti mesremo abutoje mu ene eye eni gie da papa because ene de enia ada ho ene de yapom aye nipa ba ko a say ye fight ya ni ye fight you're right ye ni DVL for ni ntokwa bia popopopo there bi me ma me tu me fo say anoma oni dua enya aka anoma oni dua enya aka because o tu sesenya dua no eno bokwa kusiso nti nye ntokwa na mom legal framework na omde amaye ne de emra na omde amaye ne de ye be sense wo mo eniso no mbeti ase nti de mano ebesi ha na obi so beka kakra so a ya hwe na medamu nyina ase
I see a lot of encouragement. I see a lot of hope. And I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Please put your hands together for the chairman once again. The chairman has spoken and he has summed everything up for us. I was actually going to extend for us to do 10 more minutes, but he summed everything up and I'm sure we are all okay. Alaji wants to say something. Okay, Alaji, I haven't heard you say anything.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. To add a little bit to what Chama had just stated, is that looking at the whole issue, it's like we are having contract with DVLA, but it's not a contract between DVLA and the association. It's a contract between DVLA and individual companies. In view of this, I heard some of my brothers saying that maybe we have to test the law. Before testing the law, I think we have to look at the contract critically and see where the DVLA has breached, then we can take them on. Besides that, we realize that going forward, you can just, a surprise will just be sprung on you that there have been some variations. What concerns or must be approved by all. If there's going to be any variations, in my point of view, same can be done in a form of proposal, but not imposition. Maybe it has to be done in a way of proposal so that we can also counter propose. But we can see that it is being done in a form of imposition. So going forward, we have to see how best we can address this issue. And again, like Chama has just stated, if the association is registered, then it means going forward, if there's going to be any testing of the law, then it means we have the capacity to take the DVLA on in case of any misunderstanding. So these are the few areas I want colleagues to take note of. I'm done.
Thank you, Alaji. So to our colleagues who were not here when we shared the certificates, I'd like to kindly mention your names, and then you come forward for the chairman to do the presentation of the certificate and then the constitution to you. And then we'll ask for Madam Edith Kufuor to say thanks. When she's done, Sofo Felix Abaje will pray for us and lunch will be served. But after all is done, I'll crave your indulgence so we all come forward with the executives lined up in front. Then we have a group photograph. So it speaks that you were also there. So we are starting off with Sadumak Prime. Sadumak Prime Kumase, if you are here, I'm sure your certificate of membership is here. Oh, you have yours already, okay. St. Achamfor Company Limited. St. Achamfor. Okay, I see St. Achamfor. Chairman Pacho, Wadaroma. Pacho, yambon semane busiyan for, yambon semane. Awumpi Group, you are next, please. Awumpi all the way from Accra, welcome. Sorry. Thank you so much, Awumpi. And then your hand is up. Do you want your certificate or you want to pass a comment? If it is your certificate, I'm sure I've given to you already. Oh, okay, maybe let me give you the microphone so you explain yourself.
Unfortunately, KimCat, our name were not mentioned. So I don't know what is actually happening. And then my second issue is got to do with victimization. I'm using the word victimization in the sense that when we asked DVLA to stop issuing roadworthy in 2017, but then we were victimized. When people go to DVLA for roadworthy, some of the officers were directing the road, motorists or the motorists to go to other places. So I'm happy that we have this association. And like as the chairman said, I'm sure collectively we are going to do a good job. And anything that we are doing, if we want to do it individually, we'll not be able to achieve that intended purpose. But if you do it collectively, we'll be able to get to the final destination. Some people were asking for 24-hour economy. I asked myself, what is 24-hour economy? It's not about creating jobs, but my understanding is creating the enable environment for people to flow through and flow. For instance, where we work, traffic alone can take about almost 2 hours. But if there is much accessibility and people can easily move and flow, that is where we are going to enjoy the so-called 24-hour economy. I wish to appeal to our leaders. We must use the social media platforms, especially the FM stations, to educate most of our motorists about, as Madam Edith said, our mode of operations, what we stand for, and it will dawn in the minds of most of the motorist people. Like as our secretary was trying to explain, he mentioned only motor vehicle. How many motor vehicles do come to our premises? Some of them are the saloon cars up to 2,000 cc's, and then above 2,000 cc's. This is where the problem lies. And we need to educate them about the charges that we charge and what goes to DVLA and what we earn as a company. And I think this will go down well with some of the motorists. It also enhance our activity. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll take the first question in regards to the certificates. I think prior to having this meeting weeks back, we did announce that companies should fill in their forms and then submit it. But for those who did, we were able to work on it as soon as possible. But we got some this week, and one of them was KimCat. So that is why you don't see your certificate, but we'll certainly work on it and then present it to you. Okay, so sincere apologies. I think once something is put on the platform, please let's respond to it as soon as possible so that we can all benefit from it. Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Okay, so 2 final hands, and then we'll wrap it up.
I think in one of our meetings, and also with DVLA in connection with the meeting, they were with the view that we cannot use their logo. As a result, I think we also have to create our own Pvts logo, which will indicate that if anybody was driving by and they see that logo, then it means that there is a Pvts center at that place. So in view of all this, I think we will also welcome ideas about logos so that we can actually nominate one and actually advertise with it. Because DVLA insisted we cannot use their logo. My take on that is, if we're going to use the DVLA logo, then it has to be smaller. And in writing it as smaller as it is, you can also put down as partners, because we are partners. But try as much as possible to put our logo very large. When you say our logo, I don't mean the company's logo. I think we should have a uniformed, common goal a logo, something that is eye-catching. Because if you go all over the world, they do have that. So I thought it's time, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I think it's time you probably advocate for that. Thank you.
Uncle Sam, let me put it here. I just mentioned that if we are not fighting the DVLA, but there are legal instruments guiding our PVTs, LI, yeah, legal instrument, guiding our PVTs. In the LI and in the contracts that we made, there isn't any clause saying that the DVLA will ban us for using their logo. In fact, in the LI and the contracts, they say that we can use with their permission. With their permission. So it is not stated that we cannot use their logo. So that's fair. But in fact, diversity brings changes. So if they are saying that, well, they will change the LI, that we cannot use their logo, fair. What about us? We create our own, we do our registration. In fact, the association is already registered, so no panic. Nobody should panic here. It's a legal entity. So we can, register our logo and use our logo. Patent it, that's a very, very good word. Patent it and use our logo everywhere. Within a year, everyone will know that this. And that is in detriment to the DVL itself. That will be in detriment to the DVL itself. So please, for a correction at that point. Thank you very much, MC.
So we are wrapping up. I'm happy that we are all happy with all the answers and the comments that have come in. To our friends from the media houses, EIB Network, Multimedia, Garden City, Ghana News Agency, as Madam rightly mentioned, let's be circumspect in what we report. It is not like we have a problem with anyone. It is an association that has been inaugurated. And all the good things, the positives are the ones that will rather you take out there. The heated exchanges that you heard are not for our public consumption. Let's let those ones remain here. With that said, I'd like to kindly invite Madam Edith Kufuor to kindly come over and thank all of us. I'm setting a trap for her. I hope that she passes. Put your hands together for her.
So, on behalf of the chairman and his two vice presidents, by force, and the rest of all of us members, we tend to meet in Accra. So for all those who made an effort to come from Oti, Takoradi, all parts of Accra, Chimote people are here, Awompi, everybody. Well done to all of us. I think we should clap for ourselves. We've done well. Especially on a day like today, because it's a bank holiday. We ought to be spending it with our families. But we made an effort to be here. I disagreed with Chairman on today's date, but he insisted that we should do it. So I'm glad that we did it. We've done well. Chairman has said it all, that there is hope. Let's not give up. Sometimes I am extremely frustrated and I want to give up and cry and complain, but we've committed. Yesisi dainu the machines negum. So by force, we will make it happen. And we are doing a good job. We must never forget the fundamentals of why a PVTS was set up. It's for the safety of all of us to at least have a little bit of an impact on Ghana, and so we can also say we helped. So please, on the chairman's behalf, thank you so much. Media, please, we are glad you are here. If you have any inquiries, if you need any clarification, chairman's number is always available. Our secretary's number is always available. Any of the PVTSs, and we are dotted all around the country. Approach us. If there is an accident on the road, don't just report it anyhow. Come to us. Come hear our side of the story. We are open. We open from 8 o'clock till 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. Some of us are even open on Saturday. We do exist. So that's the message we want you to take out there, that we are the fourth anchor of safety on our roads. So without much more talking, thank you for coming. Go and enjoy your lunch. Please get home safely. God be with all of us. Take care.
Thank you so much, Madam Kufuor. And as I mentioned, I set a trap for her. She came and thanked everybody, thanked OT, told us that we are going to eat food, and did not thank the MC. She's coming back. Don't come, please. I'm fine. But it's all good. As I mentioned, Sopho is going to pray for us. But when he is done, I'll plead that we all come forward. Executives are going to line up in front. The media men and the photographers are going to take the shots. And I'm very sure if you want one of those shots in your office, it's going to be given to you. So let's put our hands together and welcome Reverend Abuaji once again. Okay.
So he had an emergency that he had to attend to. So in all humility shall we bow down our heads. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you, Lord, for this afternoon. We thank you for a successful gathering. We started with you and we are ending with you. We thank you, O God, Father, for successful deliberations. We pray that even as we've been united, even as we've come together to work in synchronization, we pray that that which we have planned, that which we have set out, order our steps, that even as we engage the government institutions, may we have successful deliberations. May our businesses prosper. May we continue to increase. May we help to preserve lives. We ask, O God, Father, for your guidance and protection even as we journey into our various homes and our various offices. We pray that you preserve us, protect us, and once we meet again, Lord, we'll be careful to give you all the glory, honor, and adoration. We thank you, Father, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much. So, Queen Esther, if you could kindly call the photographers. Executives, please line up in front here in a single file. And then all others, please join so we can have a group photograph. It's symbolic and it's historic that we do this picture. I'd like for all of us to kindly come in front here. Mpacho busia for you nyina so embre nim ha. The entwa group picture ke siepa ba ko. Picture we upe bia ebetumi aprint bia ma ona odi abo office. Say you inaugurate ekuo no. Na wo hobby mini executive wa be gina ho ansa na ya ka nyina ye gina nchen. Chairman Mpacho wadara ma be gina mfimfim ma yen. Ex-official members kindly flank the sides of the chairman. Bachawai, any musei. Ujinaha, na ujina. Thank you so much for coming. Lunch will be served downstairs. Executives will go forward a little. Queen Esther, please, the photographer, where is he? Yamfa Konyanu Mumbra. Okay. Sorry, that. All on board, all on board, all on board. When we are done, the pressmen will do a Q&A outside with the executives. All right, all smiles, all smiles. Hip, hip, hip. The hooray is sick. Pvts, hip, hip, hip. Photographer, niaya yenina when shade asamabo. All smiles. All right, thank you so much. So coupons have been served for the lunch. If you haven't received yours as yet, kindly contact Queen Esther. She'll sort you out. Thank you so much. My name is Nana Benyin Anumal. God bless. We shall meet again. So.
Very, very, very.
Yes,